idea. It says, you're currently live streaming to your live stream. Follow the link to see or edit your event. Oh, here I am right down here. How do I make that bigger so that I can see what the hell I look like? Because otherwise I look like an idiot. We're testing something, so just...
Un momento.
Yeah, just be... Okay, and that's not the view that...
Oh, we're good.
Are we? Do we want that behind me?
That's hilarious. We have the wrong thumbnail on it. Oh, that's funny. It's all right. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
We're good.
So is everything behind me okay? I can't see what's happening.
Everything.
Mandy, can you come look at something real quick?
Yep. Let me just make
Thank
sure
you for your patience, everybody. I'm trying to figure... We're using a brand new software today that is allowing us to multicast this broadcast across a bunch of different social media platforms. And we are live right now, and we're just trying to make sure. It says perfect streaming. I hate that it's down here, though, because I can't actually see the broadcast.
Cool.
So what I would love to see, and here comes Mandy, my business partner.
Hello.
Mandy.
I'm not camera ready.
I know. You know what's interesting is that I get credit for everything because you are always seeing me.
All right, cool.
She actually does everything. She runs this
you're
thing.
not live here.
I know.
So that's good.
Oh, I'm talking to the wrong thing. Okay, see
cool.
how this is down here?
Yep.
Hi, everybody. We're just figuring this out.
Let's see
Mixer,
this.
camera, screen.
Screen. Oh, no.
Shit, not that. We don't want you to see my desktop.
Okay, cool. Now I see what this is. Great. Now, let me do this really quick. Yeah, hold on one second. You want it bigger, you're saying, right?
I want to be able to see the broadcast.
Okay, cool.
There we go. Okay, producer preview.
Great.
That's way better. Okay, I feel
like
we're ready to go.
Almost done there. Speaker audio, add source. Nope, we don't need that. Toodaloos to that source.
Isn't this so cool that you're watching Mandy and I in high def? I understand that I have a pimple right here.
All right, cool.
Well, I'm really red.
This part works. We just got to make sure the API is good. So you're good to go. We can continue.
Okay, terrific.
It's not
on Facebook.
Simulcasting to Facebook.
Okay, cool. We'll just grab another phone.
It says we're streaming it.
Are we streaming to Twitter? Thank you for your patience.
We're definitely streaming to YouTube.
We're streaming to YouTube right now. We are streaming. We are streaming to Twitter.
Thank you.
We are streaming to Instagram. And we are trying to get this set up to stream to Facebook as well. So thank you for your patience. Do you want me to, Mandy's going to come over in just a second and get Facebook going too. How are you? I'm really excited. I'm home. There's nothing behind me that I should care about, like my home address or something like that. Good. Okay, or a credit card number.
Which is a good one.
Yes. So why don't you tell me where you're watching from right now while we figure out the technology on this. I'm Mel Robbins, and today is my absolute, hands down, no question, favorite day of the year. It is the last day of the year. And for me, it is full of possibility, full of hope. It is full of forward momentum. I love New Year's Eve. If I had to pick just one holiday that I could celebrate every year, it would be New Year's Eve, because I love ending things and starting new things. And there is nothing cooler than having the opportunity to do something incredible today to change your life. Okay, here we go. Is that going to work?
Yeah, hold that for me.
Okay, hold on a second. We're doing more.
Oh, good.
An hour live on Facebook. Oh, I don't think that works with that.
Yeah, it does.
It does?
It's working right now.
Okay. Wait, it's not gonna.
It's too heavy.
It's too heavy. You gotta do it higher up. Sorry, we're having all kinds of tech issues. This is Mandy, my business partner.
It's all right.
Helping with the tech of this. We're trying to live stream to a bunch of things. The angle's terrible. Okay. Now I'm getting self-conscious because all you can do is can this just go down, and then you should be fine because it'll stabilize. Sorry, Facebook, for my hand. Okay. Oh, there you are. Awesome. Mandy's mom is watching as we do this live. Okay, so let me start over. Now that we are here, this is crazy because we're live streaming to Facebook, to Instagram, to Twitter, to YouTube.
Cool.
If you watch on LinkedIn, we'll upload this later. I'm Mel Robbins. I hope you are having an incredible day wherever it is that you are tuning in from. And with that, do me a favor and go down to the comments and tell me, where are you watching this from? And if you have any questions as I go through this live training, please, please, please just put them in the comments, okay? So first things first, today is the last day of the year. And today is literally my most favorite day of my life. And here's why. Right now, have you ever considered that you are the oldest that you've ever been? You are the wisest that you've ever been. And that's because you're the most experienced you've ever been. You're the most broken that you've ever been. You're the most loved that you've ever been. And that means that right now you have an incredible opportunity in the palm of your hand. And it is the opportunity to make today the best day ever. And you have the opportunity to do that because you can choose how you're going to move your life forward. You see, life doesn't go backwards. Life goes forward. And the way that you drive your life forward is through the decisions that you make. It's through the people that you hang out with. It's how you spend your time. And you have complete control over those things, which means you have control over how your life can move forward. And that's an amazing thing. And so today, at least in the United States right now, I know some of you have already rung in the new year. It is the last day of the year. And it is my favorite holiday of the year because I love endings and beginnings. I think there's nothing more powerful than ending something except for the power of beginning something. And so you've got this incredible opportunity to say, thank you, 2018. Next, what are we going to create? And so if you are part of the program that we're running right now called Mindset Reset, you know what we're talking about. If you're bumping into this video either today or at some point in the future, this is very relevant to your life in this moment because today has a ton of power. This could be literally one of the most powerful days of your life because you could make a decision today that changes everything. And that is the power of making, I'm talking in circles. So I see so many things going on. I'm starting to get distracted. If you could see my point of view. And so that's one of the coolest things about life, about being a human being, is that if you're watching this video, I want you to consider something. You're better off than billions of other people. Let's just start with that fact right there. You have access to the internet. You have access to some form of technology that's allowing you to even view a video that I made. You have the brain power to process what I'm saying. And the fact that you have those three things means literally that you are better off than billions of other people that you're sharing this planet with. So let's start right there. The second thing is that since you can watch this, or you can read the captions in the closed captions, or you can listen to what I'm saying, it means that you have the ability to make decisions. It means you have the ability to process information, which means you have the ability to change the decisions that you are making, which will change the way that your life turns out. And so you have an opportunity today to do something that will make a huge difference for the rest of your life. Because, here's the other thing that's been very apparent to me this year. None of us are guaranteed to die of old age. There are many of you that are watching that will either lose a loved one in 2019, or you might even end your own life, not on purpose, but through an accident or through disease or through something tragic that happens. You are not guaranteed a long life. And that is why it is so important that you wake the heck up and you start to take the time that you have very, very seriously. That you stop hanging out with people that bring you down. That you stop thinking things that you were trained to think from your past that drag you down. That you stop looking at the world in a negative way and you start choosing the kind of mindset that you want to have that's going to help you be happier and more satisfied with this one life that you have. And so if I could implore you to do one thing today that will materially change the rest of your life, it is to make a decision to have a more positive mindset. It is to make a decision to get rid of the old stories that you have about yourself that limit what's possible, both in what you feel and in what you accomplish in your life. And so that's what we're going to talk about today, because today is the perfect day to do that, because life is about looking forward. Sorry, I just got a password notification. Life is about looking forward. It's not about looking back. And so in order to look forward, what I want to do today in our training is I want to talk about how you think about what you want to accomplish in 2019. And we're in the middle of a free program that we created called Mindset Reset. Now, if you don't know what the heck this is your lucky day, because it's a free gift from me to you, where I am creating with my team 35 days of trainings. The next 30 days are all live trainings. And as a service to you, because we know that you're really busy and we know that managing an online program is really overwhelming, even when it's free. As a service to you, when you sign up for Mindset Reset, we email you every single morning with a debrief of what we're talking about today and links to all the videos that you need. The videos are all appearing in a playlist, even the live trainings on YouTube and all over social media. So you can bump into the content. But as a service to you, because we know you're busy, we know you're stressed, we know you've got a lot of other things to worry about, we're making it super easy for you. So if you want to sign up for this and get the emails every morning, just go to melrobbins.com/mindsetreset. That's it. That's it. In the link in my bio, both on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, there's also a link to this page. If you signed up and you're not getting the emails, here's what I would suggest. I would suggest that you just go back to Mindset Reset, go back to melrobbins.com/mindset reset and re-sign up again. Just do that. Clear your cache, sign up again, and see if you get the emails that way. If you're still having problems, just leave us a comment in the comments. Please keep in mind this is a free program, so we're not providing intense tech service, but we're going to do our best to make sure that you get access to the things that you need. So that's how you can get into this, regardless of when you're bumping into this video and regardless of whether or not you have actually signed up for it. Now, in order to do a mindset reset, and why is a mindset reset important? It's not only important, it is critical. It is critical that you, hold on one second. Can everybody on our team stop putting stuff in Basecamp, because I'm getting a bazillion notifications as I'm trying to do this live stream. And because I have crazy ADD, I'm like, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. What do I look at? Thank you, everybody. Because I'm losing my train of thought.
What is a reset?
Thank you. So what is a reset?
Resolution versus reset.
Resolution versus reset. We're going to talk about this in depth tomorrow. But given that today is the last day of the year, so many of you are setting goals for 2019, and we're going to do that in this video. But I want to make a huge distinction between setting a resolution to change behavior versus the power of resetting your mind before you start to do all that stuff. You can make all the kind of goals that you want for 2019, and you should. You should make 2019 the best year of your life, because you know what? It could be your last one. Let that sink in for a minute. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. None of us are guaranteed next year. And you have the ability to make the most out of every day that you are given from this moment forward. And that's the gift of life, frankly, that you get to choose whether you want to suffer through it or whether or not you want to make the small changes to how you think and to who you hang out with and to what you're doing with your time so that you're actually happy. That's the opportunity of your life. And I am begging you to start by resetting your mindset, because you don't realize this yet, but you've got a ton of garbage that you're carrying from the past that is deeply and profoundly affecting your ability to move forward. You have stories about yourself that no longer serve you, but that you still serve up every single day in your life. You have opinions about what's possible based on things that have happened in the past that are no longer relevant or true. And if you continue to think negative things, it's going to dramatically impact the quality of your life, whether or not you enjoy it and whether or not you actually make your dreams come true. And that's where doing a mindset reset comes in. So the way that we're going to start this is you can't change anything until you fully acknowledge where you are. And where you are in this moment is you're the oldest you've ever been. You're the smartest you've ever been because you're the most experienced that you've ever been. You are probably the most broken in some ways because you've experienced a lot of hurt and pain and failures. You're the most powerful because you've experienced the most hurt, the most pain, and the most failure. And you're the most loved. Even if you've faced rejection, the people that are surrounding you love you deeply. And when you start from that place and you have the compassion and you have the wisdom to check in and really identify the lessons that you've learned in 2018, you can say, thank you, 2018, next. And you can start from a place that's really powerful. So I've already done a video, and this little guide that comes with the free program at melrobbins.com/mindsetreset will walk you through some simple questions that will help you complete 2018. So you can say, thank you, 2018, next. I already went through and did my ranking of my 2018. I'm not going to revisit that. We will link in the email that's getting sent out later today to the video where I go through and rank my 2018. What I want to talk about today is how you start to think about what's next. Now that you've said thank you to 2018 and you've recognized and acknowledged for yourself what are the big failures and the lessons from it. What was it that was bad? Because I guarantee you there were bad things that happened to you this year, but it doesn't make 2018 bad. Don't let it make 2018 bad. I know many of you lost people that you love. That's horrendous. But it doesn't have to be that all of 2018 was horrendous. There were very bright spots too. And it's really important to acknowledge those bright spots and what you learned. There were things that you did that you're proud of. In fact, why don't you write down one thing that you did or that happened to you in 2018 that made you proud of yourself this year? What's one thing that you did that made you really proud of yourself this year? I need to stall because I'm trying to think of one. Mandy, what's one thing that you did that made you very proud this year? Here she comes.
Holding live streams. One thing that made me proud is this, like getting the team to a place where we're doing stuff like this every single day. So getting the video team and everyone to a spot that is more efficient, even though we have tech difficulties. We can't help that. But I'm really proud of the way that the video team and the creative team has been this year. And I feel like that's partially my leadership. I'm really proud of that.
What do you mean partially your leadership?
Well, you know, Audrey, Joey, I know you're watching. Hey.
And so your mom's watching too over there. I'll tell you what I'm proud of is that Mandy and I have pushed ourselves for 3 years straight at an inhumane pace, and we have not ended up institutionalized in a commit. No, I'm dead serious. We had a major mental health breakdown, both of us, and like a real crisis of do we even want to continue to do this because the amount of travel, the pressure of running a business that's fully digital and social media based is really taxing. Being in the influencer space where, you know, all of us succumb to comparing our imperfect lives with the perfect thing that people put on social media. And mid-year this year, both Mandy and I were like, time out. It was literally like, I quit. So I'm really proud of the fact that we had a break. We were present enough to have a breakdown because breakdowns are really important to everybody. And we were also transparent enough to talk through all of the issues that caused the breakdown and to start to put things in place to avoid one happening in the future and to evolve the way that we work, the way that we are friends, all that stuff. And you know, that's what life is about. Life is about pushing yourself forward because what's happening in life, what happens with time? There's no going back. Time's going to go forward regardless of what you do. And so it's super important that you realize that no matter what's happening to you, you can choose how you're going to respond to it. And when things aren't working, that's a sign. When you're frustrated, that's a sign. When you're exhausted, it's a sign. When you're walking into work and you feel tension in your body, it's a sign. When 5 o'clock hits and and you start to feel tension because the person that's supposed to be the love of your life is coming home and you feel anxiety, that's a sign. Yeah. And if 2018 was the year you survived all that, thank you, 2018. Now I know I can survive. Next. 2019 is the year where you make the changes so that you don't live with that anxiety, so that you don't live the rest of your life thinking, okay, someday I'm going to quit my job. Someday I'm going to do this. Someday I'm going to do that. The space heater is like making me.
My quads were burning. I had to sit down.
Exercise for the day. Yeah. So if you haven't done your assessment of all the lessons that you learned in 2018, please go and get your Mindset Reset packet at melrobbins.com/mindsetreset and download it and go through the questions so that you are starting from a place of acknowledging exactly where you are and exactly where you aren't. Now let's go to 2019 because, you know, there are things that you want to acknowledge about 2018.
Yep.
And now we want to say thank you, 2018. Thank you, 2018, for teaching me patience. Thank you, 2018, for teaching me the power of speaking something crazy into existence. Oh, I think I'll just create an online course because why the hell not? And then figure it out. That was kind of the big lesson for me of 2018, that we can say what we want to do and then put it out there and then just go figure it out. Now let me go through and share with you my goals for 2019. Now, we're going to talk tomorrow a lot about making resolutions versus the power of changing your mindset. And that's going to be a life-changing conversation. But for today, I want you to take the lessons of 2018 and I want you to channel them into figuring out one thing you want to improve in the major categories of your life. Just one thing. I don't want you to make 55 resolutions for every area of your life. You will never be successful, ever. If health is a big thing for you this year, do not put down that you're going vegetarian, you're not drinking, you're exercising every day, you're going to try the keto diet, and you're going to create a podcast about healthy living. You will fail. That is way too much stuff for any human being to manage. Change happens in increments. Change happens 5 seconds at a time. And so I believe in the power of one thing. I believe in the power of the progress principle. And so the way that I think about resolutions and my goals is not in the big stuff, it's in themes that I can come back to over and over and over again throughout the year. So let me share with you my themes. The categories are body, work or school, or your mission in life, money, your love life, your friendships, and your self-worth. Now, I'm going to come back to the way that I ranked those areas of my life right now. So my body on a scale of 0 to 10, what was it, like hate it, love it?
Yep.
Was
exactly.
a 6. And I talked a lot about the reason why I ranked my body as 6 is because I have an issue with incontinence, being 50 years old and having had 3 children and having run 4 marathons a decade ago. And it's really demoralizing physically. And I am finally getting the surgery in May that will address that problem. But the one thing that I want to change or improve in this category of my life is that in the area of my body and my health, I want to take on what I'm going to call a commitment to micro exercise. Candy just went, micro exercise? Yeah. No joke. The biggest excuse that I have is that I don't have time, I'm too tired, or I'm traveling too much.
Same.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's your excuse too, right? For why you can't exercise. I want to commit to exercising every day, but micro exercise. So what does that mean? It means every single day this year, I want to have a discipline where for 5 minutes or less, I do something. So whether it is doing a round of 20-second planks for 5 minutes in a row, whatever, whether it's climbing the stairs in an airport for 5 minutes, something for 5 minutes, doing sit-ups for 5 minutes, doing stretching for 5 minutes. I can go longer some days, but I want to have the discipline where I do something every single day that is exercise, body strengthening, body stretching for just 5 minutes. That's micro exercise. And if I can check the box on micro exercise, I think that I will feel really good about myself, because it's going to take a level of being deliberate. It's going to take a level of discipline. And it also squashes my 3 biggest excuses. I don't have time, I'm too tired, and I travel too much. Even if I'm all 3 of those things and I'm checking into a hotel room, I can do something for 5 minutes. So that is what I'm taking on, and I've also booked the surgery. So in work and in my work life, I ranked it a 7, because while the content of the work is a 10, I can't stand the travel, and we're also in this really weird moment in our company where we evolved as a business related to speaking and publishing, and we are now fully a digital media company. And we're going through some major growing pains, and there's lots of frustrating inefficiencies, and we've got a need for more people on the team that have expertise, that are social media savvy, that are digitally savvy, that are video savvy, and that literally are working at the pace that we're working at. And so that is very confronting to realize, we got to make a big change. And so what is the one thing that I want to change or improve in this category of my life? Digital focus. And that is from start to finish. So we are shooting ourselves in the foot because we have a digitally focused company, and we do not have a digitally focused team, and we do not have enough resources, and we have nothing but opportunity. It's a marvelous problem to have, but this is the one thing that everything is now going to be measured against. Does this help us grow in a digital format? Period. Does this hire help us grow our company in a digital way? Does this help us become better at digital content? Does this help us, does this help us with video content? That is, and for our team members that are listening, don't panic. It's literally just this is the reality, period. We have changed as a company, as companies often do. We are growing, and it requires a different type of expertise and a different way of what we're doing every single day. And so it's super exciting, but that for me is the one thing I want to change. When I look next year, a year from now, I want to say that my work is a 10 because I cut down the travel and that won't happen till the fall, and that we are a digitally focused company. That's it.
Cool.
And that every project is digital and our team is digital. That's what I really, really want. Money. I gave it a 10 because for the first time in my life as a 50-year-old woman, I am financially stable. And I know that it's easy to look at me if you're in a position like I was 10 years ago and you don't know how you're going to pay for groceries and you're 3 months behind on your mortgage, or you can't make your mortgage or your rent payment, and you're unemployed and you're scared. I have been there. And so for the first time in my life, after working my tail off for 10 years, I am financially secure. And as a woman, I am very proud of that. I'm very proud of the money I make. I'm very proud of what I've done with the money. I'm very proud that 50% of what I make goes into savings. I'm proud that I've paid off my debt, and I'm proud that I did it. And I think for every woman, you're going to hear me talking more and more about this, that you want to know the secret to a happy marriage, make your own money. You want to know the secret to feeling safe and successful, make your own money. You want to know how to find your power and your voice, have your own source of money. There is so much screwed up emotional stuff for women that comes with money. And when you fully accept responsibility for the things that you want in your life and for your ability to generate your own income, and then that means your independence to do what you want with that income and how you want to spend that money or save that money, it will transform how you behave in relationships. And that is one of the biggest things that I have learned facing financial ruin. And so don't look at me and just be like, she's a rich white woman. What does she know about I mean, it'd be easy to do that because it's confronting when you're struggling with money. Very confronting when you're struggling with money. So, but I want you to know you can change it. You can change it through hard work. You can change it through increasing your confidence and going for things that are outside your comfort zone. You can change it by trying new things. You can change it by building your own business. And you should. That is something you should take very seriously this year. And I hammer this home with my daughters in particular, how important it is for you to make your own money. And so it's a 10, but what is it that I want to change or improve about it? I want to continue to save 50% or more of what I earn. And I want to do something very deliberate with charity. So there's a lot more we can do to give back. And so this year, it's about that for me personally. In our company, it's about diversifying how we make money so it doesn't require me to show up. What projects are we going to take on? What partnerships are we going to have? What are we doing with digital media so that we can diversify how we create income? So personally, it's about saving 50% and being more charitable. And professionally, it's about diversifying income streams so that as a digital media company, we are having multiple sources of things happening at all times. Now, my love life. What's one thing I want to do to change or improve my love life? Theme here.
Disconnected to connected.
Disconnected to connected. 0 is disconnected, 10 is connected. And again, remember, this is all happening in the Mindset Reset packet, which you can get at melrobbins.com/mindsetreset. I gave it a 7. I learned an interesting tip from Tim Ferriss, listening to his podcast while I was on vacation. He learned this from somebody else, but in doing a 0 to 10 ranking, rank anything on 0 to 10, but throughout the 7. Because if you think about it, a 6 is basically barely past 50%. I mean, you're sucking wind. You're getting it done, but you're sucking wind and you're really not enjoying it. An 8 is almost like a hell yeah. A 7 is in that zone where you're still sort of not fully in it. And you want to know something? Relationships and businesses all die because we focus on too many things that are a 7. So as I heard him, I'm like, he's totally right. And I rank a lot of my stuff a 7 because I don't really want to call it a 6 because that's basically saying it sort of kind of sucks. And an 8 means yeah. And so if you force yourself to go one or the other, I would say my relationship with Chris is more of an 8, but it still has work to do. I'm just throwing that out because I got something from hearing Tim talk about that. But I ranked it a 7, and it's really more like an 8. But this is going to sound so cheesy. I'm embarrassed that I even wrote this down because this is the advice that's in every dumb article that you read online about how to improve your relationship, but honestly, I need this. I don't even know if I can say it because I'm not sure I can commit to it.
Date night?
Yeah, like Chris and I need a date night.
You do.
We really do. Do you and Lena have a date night?
Yes.
Once a week?
Yep.
Like for real, you manage it?
Yeah. We go out to dinner once a week.
See, true confession here.
But we have cats.
I know you have cats, and you now have an automated litter box.
Yeah, exactly.
That I'm jealous of. I literally, true confession, always thought the date night advice was for losers. I'm sorry. Like I literally was like, are you that disconnected that you have to go on a date every week? And the answer is yes.
It's about changing in the environment.
Yes, you have to change the environment. Like I thought that it meant something was wrong with Chris and I if we had to go on a date every week. And the truth is we have to. Because especially because we work together too, our relationship can get very transactional. And so if I'm going to change or improve my love life and my marriage with Chris, I have got to commit to having a date. I'm not going to call it a date night. We have to have a date every week.
Yeah.
Whether we go to yoga and get a coffee or we get out of the house, do something.
Yeah.
Lena and Mandy are looking at me like, yeah. Do you guys have a date night every week? You do?
We go to dinner.
No.
Danielle, okay.
Maybe it's a millennial thing.
It's a millennial thing. It's a millennial thing. So after 20-some years together, we need to have a date a week. Okay, so that's that. Friendships. I gave it a 5 because...
I'm offended. kidding.
I said that I gave it a
kidding.
5 because the people that I'm friends with, namely the folks in this room, I love, and it's a 10. But the people that I really adore that are in my life, who I don't see, I feel really disconnected. I'm so busy. I work all the time. I'm super fulfilled by my work, and that leads to a massive imbalance in feeling connected to people that I really adore. So as weird as it sounds, my major priority this year is to be a better friend. So instead of thinking about it as other people, it is about what I'm doing to be a better friend. And you know how I said that my resolutions or goals are not things to do other than my date with Chris? It's really a theme. So it's a theme around being more connected to Chris, and one way to do that is a date every week. The theme around friendship is how do I be a better friend? And that can be a bazillion things. And I can do a different thing every week. Like right now I'm going through and I'm deleting. I'm cleaning out my contacts. That's really confronting.
Yeah.
I have contacts in there from 15 years ago 10 years ago that I'd say 2/3 of the people on my contact list, I don't talk to, I don't even know who they are, how they got in there.
Yeah.
So,
Same.
And then I'm seeing the people that I adore that I never talk to or see. And so even just making sure I've got everybody's birthdays in an alert, that's a way to be a better friend. Even this week, I was going to send out some notes to some people. That's a way to be a better friend. So again, the themes are really, really awesome.
We got a
Kendall
question.
is waiting.
No, it's fine.
Does she want me to bring her
don't.
on? I can.
We got a question
Yeah.
that I think we need to talk about because it plays into the mindset reset thing.
Okay.
Someone on YouTube asks, what if you genuinely don't give a rat's about having friends and don't need them?
Then don't. I think that you got to be honest with yourself. And I personally think if you have anywhere from 2 to 5 close friends, that doesn't mean you have to see them all the time. See, part of the realization for me is that other than Mandy and 2 or 3 other people, the closest people in my life live nowhere near me. So I have a super close friend from high school, hi Jody Bricken, elementary school I should say, who lives in San Francisco. One of my favorite couples in the world, they're like our best friends. They live in Victor, Idaho, in the Jackson Hole area. Our other closest friends live in Middlebury, Vermont. Other close friends live in Portland, Maine. Other close friends live outside of New York and New Jersey. We never see them because they've got kids, they're busy. And so I count them on my list of friends. But I think for those of you that are like, me, I don't really need people. The one thing I would say, though, is do you not give a rat's ass because you have the wrong people around you? Human beings are social creatures. There is a rise, an epidemic, if you will, in loneliness. And all of the research points out that when you are on your deathbed and you are looking back on your life, the thing that will have given it meaning are the people in your life and the experiences that you've had. So I would say you only need 1 or 2 really good friends to get you through. But are you not giving a rat's ass because you really don't like people or because your armor is up and you've been hurt by the people around you, and so you've basically said, meh, the people thing, I'm not doing it because of what's happened in the past? And I would say if that's the case, then there's an opportunity in the mindset reset to change your story and to maybe invest in that 1 or 2 people that really give you meaning. Not everybody needs a squad. I am not the kind of person that has ever been part of a big girl squad. I'm not a sorority person. I'm not, a country club person. I'm not somebody that needs to be part of a big pack. I would rather have dinner with 1 or 2 people or 2 couples than to go to a party. I'm more of a connection person than a social person. And that's okay. I understand myself. And I think there's a lot of women like that. And a lot of women have been kind of sold this bill of goods that we're supposed to travel in these big girl gangs. And it's just not the way that it works for a lot of us. And so I think it's cool If you recognize that you're either introverted or you just crave deeper connections or more meaning, or you can't stand the surface level BS that's involved in a lot of kind of surface level friendships, that's great to understand that. But don't make the mistake of saying, I don't need anybody based on what's happened in the past. I would say that's an insight about going deeper. It's an insight about your armor. It's an insight about the type of people you used to surround yourself with, and perhaps the kind of people and relationships that you really want to seek out moving forward. Is
awesome.
That good? Okay,
Fantastic.
good.
Last one.
Self-worth. I gave myself a 9 because, I've done the work. One of the reasons why I think what we talk about really resonates with you is that it's real. I didn't read this in some book, and now I'm curating it for you. This is all stuff that we've tried, that has been road tested, that has been earned through the ups and downs of life. And I also offer up everything that I say to you, not as a mandate, even though sometimes I'm incredibly passionate about what I'm saying, but I offer it up as something for you to consider. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. And you get to choose how you want to live it. You get to choose whether or not you're going to suffer through it. You get to choose whether or not you're going to be happy through it. You get to choose whether or not you're going to continue to live with the stories from your past, or whether or not you're going to update them and change for the better. Because you're the one that will reap the benefits or suffer the consequences. And so any passion comes from the fact that I used to be a miserable person. I used to hate myself. I used to destroy relationships because of my own self-loathing. And I still have some work to do. I was talking to Tara, a very good friend of ours who is also my favorite yoga instructor. And she was talking today about how she just felt really sad. And I was saying to her, I can relate to that because while I'm very fulfilled, I feel disconnected. And I still have parts of my life where I don't like myself. And I think that's normal. And there are parts of my life where I still have armor up. And this is the year, even though I've spent a decade really digging deep and curing my anxiety and identifying the limiting beliefs that I have, and trying to be deliberate about updating the story that I have, that I tell myself about myself, and that I don't deserve it, that nobody likes me, that I'm not doing a good job, that at some point this is all going to disappear, that, I don't matter. All those just crappy things that you say to yourself. And so I've done a lot of work. And so while my self-worth is at a 9, I'm very proud of the work. I still have a lot of work to do. And so this is going to be a year where I go deeper. And what does that mean? I don't know yet. It probably means that I think I'd like to try to find a therapist. I think it'd be really cool, especially as I'm taking on all these things that are more confronting. It means that I want to do more listening. I'm going to do a lot of talking, but a little less talking and a little more listening. I want to consume more content instead of being focused on creating it. That's been a big missing for me is, I stand up on a lot of stages and speak. I'd like to sit in an audience and listen here and there, and be more deliberate about my own development, because there's still a lot that I got to learn. And as we take on new challenges in this company, and again, what direction does life go in? Forward. And as life goes forward, and as our business goes forward, and as opportunities come and they go, and as some things are successful and some things are a disaster, it's going to require me to go deeper. And so that's what I'm going to be deliberate about. So my body, micro exercise. My work is about a digital focus. My money is about socking money away personally, and about also diversifying income streams business-wise. My love life is being more deliberate, so a date a week with Chris. He has the flu right now, so I'm not going near him. It's not going to happen today. Friendships, being a better friend, and my self-worth going deeper. Those are my goals. Pretty cool, right? So you didn't hear me go, I'm going to go to the gym. This is something that I can come back to every single week and do a reset. What can I do this week to be a better friend? What can I do today to micro exercise? What can I do this week to tweak us to a digital focus? What can I do to sock money away or to diversify? You see how this works? It's one thing. And if you want to know how to get this packet, it's very simple. Doesn't matter when you're watching it or where you're watching it. Mindset Reset. Okay, melrobbins.com/mindset reset. Now, for those of you that are in the program, I want to address a couple things. Number one, many of you, when you took a look back in the mirror and you assessed 2018, it was a very hard exercise. You were defeated by it. You were really bummed by how low your rankings were for those areas of your life. You were feeling sad about how hard the year was. It's super important that you stop and acknowledge what was hard. We love to blow past the hard things. We do. It's much easier that way, isn't it? It's so much easier to just blow right past it. Do not do that because you missed the lesson. Do not do that because when you experience heartache and you blow past it, guess what goes up? Armor. And bad things happen. But it doesn't have to make it a bad year. And please, let's not make this mean that 2019 is a bad year. It doesn't mean that you're going to stop grieving. It doesn't mean that you're going to stop feeling the sorrow that you feel, but learn the lesson in it. Even if you lost somebody that you love this year and your heart is breaking open, the lesson is how precious life is. The lesson is to really appreciate and grab onto every single day that you have, because none of us are guaranteed a long life. We're just not. And so the more that you can have the kind of mindset where you notice the little miracles every day in your life, you experience the connection that's right in front of you with the people in your life, you see the good, you have more fun, you take things less seriously, the more you're going to enjoy the time that you have. So that's really, really important. But I want to acknowledge that in going through 2018, I know that was a really difficult exercise for a lot of you.
Cool.
Anything else?
That's it. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Astrid, our number one fan. Astrid, Mandy's mom. Give a big wave. Where is she? Did I get her on camera? There she is. There she is. There's Mandy's wife, Lena. And there's our YouTube award right above Lena. Yes. And there's Danielle and Mandy. Are you guys on?
Yes.
Not on our live stream. You should do it for them.
We'll do the rotation for you.
When are we? So are we live? What's the deal with the live stream tomorrow? Whoa, shoot. Okay. So for those of you in Mindset Reset, you're going to get an email later today with a link to this video and a link to some of the other videos that I referred to. And that's the benefit of signing up for the program, that we curate all this content for you so you don't have to worry about missing a thing. Tomorrow's live stream is going to be... I don't know if I can do this on my own. I think I can. I don't have your phone, though, because it's not going to Facebook.
We've already planned on coming out.
You did?
Yeah.
So we're probably going to do it around noon again.
Yeah.
Right, because it's New Year's Eve. That's right. And everyone's staying out late. Or not. I'm not, because my husband has the flu. And what does this say? Every day I'm hustling. That's right. Every day, wake up, hustle a little bit more. Anything else?
That's it. We'll send the link to this in the email, and we'll see them tomorrow.
Okay, great. And as you know, in case nobody else tells you, I want to tell you, I love you. I believe in your ability to change your life for the better. And that's why we show up every single day and we do what we do. And that's to remind you that there is greatness inside you. And if you get deliberate, you will unlock it. And I am begging you to do that. So I'll see you tomorrow. If you have any questions, just ask us in the comments. How do we do this? Okay, bye. End my video.